Heyo everyone, this is the HappyAnimaidCafeManager here. Wishing you all a happy Easter. Yeah, it's barely past midnight. Yeah, I decided not to play anymore right after the last episode. Even though I beat the game, but there's still more content to cover. But if it turns out that I get bored or I don't feel confident I could get any further in completing this game, I mean, it's no easy feat to get 100% completion. Go up to Talon Rock. Okay, there I am. Okay, so I got to talk to someone on the deck of the man-on ship. Well, I can't board the man-on ship while I'm inside the Skell. I can't even remember what the whole purpose of this mission was. Or is, yeah, I mean, what was it's just for past tense. Hey, I know you, yes? Alright, you're the blade I asked to go hunt down the mystery sniper, aren't you? Not to brag, but I remembered who you were, didn't I? So what's the news? Did you beat up whoever shot me? Perhaps beat him up good? That's not the face of someone about to give good news, is it? I've got a nose for these things, or eyes, I guess. Either way, I find it hard to believe you'd let them slip away, right? And if you did, well, then what are you doing here? You've got to go after them. If he knew where they were headed, I'm sure he'd be doing exactly that, wouldn't he? When you're out of clues, you'd go back to where it all started, right? That's the rule one. That's rule one of investigation. Well, if we're back at square one, we need to start thinking about how else to track them down, don't we? So, don't we just stand there waiting for us, okay? Come up with some ideas already. I suggest you start by asking around. Propose a plan so crazy just might work. Act methodically. Without clues, I suppose we have no choice but to gather new data, yes? Boring though, and time-consuming even. But it's better to spend a ton of time on something you know will work than to waste time trying out wild ideas, no? Sometimes there just aren't any shortcuts. So I guess you need to hit the mean city streets and start asking around, okay? We're talking about a ganglion here, and one carrying a sizable weapon. Not exactly suitable, no. Someone must have seen something. One thing we know for sure is that none of us are really safe until we catch whoever's responsible, right? Let's hope that happens sooner rather than later, yes? I very, very much agree. This is a matter of man-on survival. Now good luck to you, yes? We'll be cheering you on from here, alright? Yeah, my Y button's starting to feel stiff on the gamepad. Listen around the New LA for info about the sniper. Meanwhile, I could try to keep an eye out for them lobsters. Oh man, this is one of my most hated part of the game. Okay, I mean, it adds a little bit of variety, but still, if it's all over New LA, then man, what the fuck were they thinking? Still no new lobsters found. Like, oh, yeah. What's going on here? But yeah, that's my Google Play receipt for Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, I really got wise up and unsubscribe to the gold membership. I mean, for a little while anyway. I let myself think I'm trying to find the rest of those stuffed lobsters. But being able to eat an actual lobster sounds pretty good right about now. Yeah, I guess there are some parts of the commercial district that I'm overlooking. Oh, shoot. Almost fell off right there. Yeah, I thought I was gonna fight that skill that ran away from me earlier in the mission. Like, what? You gotta be kidding me. At least I don't have to talk to people one by one. Yeah, still there. Yeah, really, there's no one else I could talk to. Can't take to the streets. Okay, so I'm in the residential area. What now? Oh, a lot of people there must be having a pool party. Where the burgers and beer at? Oh man, a show of hands, people, even though I can't see your hands. If you guys play The Sims, how many of you had your sim go into the pool and you edit out the ladder so they can't get out, leaving your sim to drown? So, how many of you people have let your sim drown? I don't know if I tried it, but I've seen it done. I mean, it was a really long time since I last played the Sims Deluxe Edition. The game was just a hand-me-down from my cousin who loved The Sims 2. I think back in my old YouTube channel, The Grand Celestial, I had made a couple Sims Deluxe Edition videos, but there wasn't a whole lot of material for to work with that I could use to keep the project going. Guess what, Marco? I finally finished analyzing the data units. And honestly, I never dreamed my old team would cook up something this crazy. This research was a secret to the former heads, and I expect they never told me because it had possible implications for my career. Still, things to have been left out of a project this juicy. It must have been a blast. Anyway, I'm planning to pick up where they left off so I could see this through to implementation. Ask Kirsty what she found in the data. Cheer Kirsty on her endeavor. Oh, would you listen to me? I'm sorry, I still haven't explained what this next generation Frontier Nav actually entails, have I? But you have to promise you won't laugh, okay? Because the scope of this project is aggressive. the aim to link every planet in the universe to Frontier Nav, sharing information and resources freely among them all. Their schematic starts with the planets of our original solar system and proposes linking the newly discovered planets from there, including Mira. I have to say, I still can't picture a bunch of elite scientists coming up with something so fanciful, but I think it's a wonderful system like this could literally bring all of space together as one. Encourage Kirsty to keep dreaming big. Tell Kirsty the entire plan sounds absurd. Just support. I knew you'd feel that way. You've got a few screw loose someplace, and I mean that in the most complimentary sense possible. And I'm going to make this project happen no matter what it takes and no matter how long. It may take 20 years, it may take 10 times that, but I'm planting that seed today, and I plan to spend my life tending it. So I'd like to ask your help in gathering the massive supply of uranium and arc sand where it will require. I want you to be my partner in this crazy plan. What do you say? Okay, deliver 20 units of uranium and acquire 50 units of arc sand ore. Okay, so I got all that. Booster Probe G2, Supreme Diving Mask, Supreme Diving Bottoms, Spotless Series. Am I reading that right? 50,000. Thank you. That should be enough to cover the initial laboratory study. Let's see. Link new worlds to Frontier Nav, Marco. I know we could do it. Talk about dreaming big. An interstellar Frontier Nav would change everything. But even the preliminary research on a project this big will require a huge amount of uranium. You're the only one I could rely on, so please let me know once you have the materials. Thanks, this should be enough uranium to get us up and running. Now the only thing I need to get my exploratory study started is the 50 pieces of arc sand ore. So if you have those on hand, I'll happily take them.
Thanks.
Perfect, looks like you've gathered all the arc sand ore too. You never cease to amaze, but meanwhile I'm stuck in my analysis here. So this is a stranger question, but have you had any dealings with Tobias? Tell Kirsty that Tobias is so bad. Say that you can't stand Tobias. Believe me, I agree. He's a selfish jerk who only sees Frontier Nav as a tool to seat his own greed. But as I've been digging through these data units, I've realized that there's still one more out there. And no matter what I try when tracking it down, all the roads seem to point to Tobias. If I had that 6th archive, it would fill in some big gaps in the team's design. If you got a rapport with Tobias, maybe he could find some way to trade for it. He absolutely hates me, otherwise I'd go myself. Also, I doubt I could negotiate without punching him right in his smug face. Sorry to voice an unpleasant job on you, but I've got no one else to turn to. Listen around. Okay, so we gotta negotiate with Tobias now, but that's not... Well, it's not the mission we're working on, but at least I'm getting somewhere with it. It's more than can be said for the one I'm doing right now. There seems to be a weird container that's been dumping an integrated production plant. What could possibly be inside it? Nothing good on warrant. At the Outfitters test hangar, a human named Hugo claims to be making an invention that will help reshape history. Do you think he'd let me help with his research, maybe? The Ganglions seem to have some sort of unmanned weapons they call Z-Dom. Terra info undermining ships. So, okay, so yeah. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't read the entire text, but I'm just looking at my achievement. Try to open up the window just so I can read the rest of the text. Come on. Okay, the gangling seem to have some sort of unmanned weapons. They call the Xenons under mining ships and cauldrons. Perhaps you could use your human power to, yeah, to find them or something. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, to be continued, baby.